Yeah, you already know, man. It's your favorite number 40. Taking y'all niggas to school with Mikey T, the movie star, and we live on Report Card Radio. Get acquainted.
40, I appreciate you taking the time to join me tonight on Report Card Radio, man.
Nah, thanks for having me.
You know, obviously right now it's a hard time for everyone, but in the past few days, the untimely passing of Fred the Godson has really made me put things in perspective, man.
Bro, that shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Could you take me into your reaction of Fred's passing?
I mean, we got wind that like he was in a hospital because of the picture that was posted on throughout social media, and I knew Fred for having like a asthma. He had asthma, like a bad case of it, because he used to have like an asthma pump and shit. So when he had it, I figured he'd have a harder time than most, but I didn't figure like this would be the outcome. Like, it really woke a lot of us up. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you, 40. On social media, you posted, when I first started rapping, I learned a lot from Fred the Godson. Could you tell me about when you first met Fred?
Oh, okay, cool. This is real. I had did a quick bid. I mean, I went to jail for like a year. It's the only time I did. I came home. I always had dreams of rapping and everything. And on my block, I bumped into this guy named I think his name was Terrell Blair, and he was taping some dudes rapping. So as an aspiring rapper at that time, it wasn't never no platform like how YouTube is. Nobody pulling out camera phones at this time. It make you feel old, but it's just like the scenery. Like the only way to get your name up was to battle in the street. Now, what's interesting about what I'm saying, it's a clip on YouTube. If you type it in, I guess the title would be 40 cal hood ciphers. I think that's what it's called, hood life ciphers. And it would be you'll see Charlie Clips, and you'll see me, you see Fred the God, and that's really the first time I ever met him. And when I met him, they introduced me to the way they promote. And what's ill about it, they was on a block. It was him and another dude. Shout out to VA Slim. I definitely want to holler at him. I don't know what happened to him. To me, he was just as nice as Fred, but Fred was the dude after a while. But that's just another story. But it TBM, I don't know if people know, was Fred the Godson and a dude named VA Slim, Virginia Slim. And he had like a back and forth type of Styles and Jada thing with him. And they had the punchlines that was crazy. So I never seen nobody do a 2-on-2 like that. Like, I'm talking 2003, 2004 on the street, just going ham. So it inspired me like, this is what y'all do. So I wrote a bunch of rhymes so that, I actually clicked up with they whoever was funding them. I think it was a nigga getting money in the street, somebody that had money. And he just was like, yo, you know what? Come mess with us. We're gonna go I don't know if I could curse, my bad. So I'm just saying, but he said, yo, come kick it with us, and we're gonna go like to different spots, and we're gonna pull up, and we and showcase our talent. So that's all we did. And we did that in a number of places, like in the Bronx and in Harlem, just hopping out. And we learned that's how we found out who the other rappers was in the neighborhood. And that's how I first met Fred the God.
Damn, that's dope, man. That's dope. Because I was going to ask you what brought you guys to the point where you guys were going from hood to hood promoting your music.
Yeah, like I said, they had somebody that was getting money in the streets, and I guess he had aspirations of making a label. Shout out to my dude Black. I don't know what happened to him, and he just was like, "Yo, look, man, this is how we gonna do it." And we that's how we met people like the Charlie Clips early. We met Loaded Lux and T Rex and all that because they was the dudes that had a name for the areas that they're from.
What would you say was the biggest key that Fred gave to you?
Oh, this is crazy. Him and VA Slim, right? Like I said, TBM. That was the name of them. They had this what they call a developmental deal from Shady Aftermath. I never knew what a developmental deal was. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they had signed to. To me, Shady Aftermath was a big thing. They had 50 Cent at the time doing this thing. So it was like, yo, we got this deal with them. So I guess that meant they got the beat package or whatever. So they gave him some beats. I swear to you, they did like a 10-track LP or whatever over all the beats that they got from them. This was the best shit I ever heard. Best shit I ever heard. Like I would pay money for it now. I wish I like if I could bump into VA Slim and he'd give me a copy. How could somebody have something this dope and not be a notable figure? And I realized then like it's more than music when you put in, when you getting into rap or whatever, so the dumb consumer would think, I got a hit record, I'm about to blow, I'm about to get it in, but that's only 10% of this. So from a situation like that, from hearing, I'm talking about this shit it was way before its time. Him and VA Slim. It was like, damn, I knew like it's different than that. That's the story I got.
Wow, that's crazy. So we're talking about Shady Aftermath. That's Eminem and Dr. Dre, who came together to, they signed a few acts. So what year are we talking right here?
Shit, like 2003, 2004, 2000. It couldn't have been. It was either or. Can't remember pinpoint which exactly, but I'm leaning more to 2003.
Okay, so this was right before you appeared on the Diplomatic Immunity too?
Right, right before,
That's lit,
right
man.
before I even. Yeah, yeah, so you can say that. That's it. Yeah, if you think about it like that, yeah, it's before that. Me and here's another story. Me and Fred. So the dude, I think his name was Black. And somebody else, I can't remember his name. Right, like I said, they was running TBM like the I guess they were CEOs of that. They was responsible. They had they had the big truck at the time. They was always picking threading them up. And so when we pull up, it's what they call a movie. They had like I guess two trucks. When they pull up, they hop out the back and just start spitting and be like, "Ooh, who these dudes?" So one time it was me, Fred, and VA Slim, and they picked up T Rex. So we went to a studio in the Bronx. So we in front of the studio and we rapping for some reason. We just straight exchanging verses. A nigga came out of nowhere and tapped me. He said, yo, y'all, you think I can get in this cipher? He was like, all right, cool. He just started spitting. He went long, like 3 minutes. Now, T Rex was the dude that was known for doing that. So he was there. So he exchanged verses back. Then the dude went back. Next thing you know, it's like they was doing their own little battle. They're going back and forth. T Rex and the other dude. T Rex and the other dude. Giving them bars. It's to the point we like, yo, who is this dude? We find out later that dude is named Reed Dollars. That was crazy. everybody learn from this and realize, like, it is crazy out there, and we always lose the good ones. Sad, but
40, I'm glad I finally got the chance to speak with you, man. I just wanted to ask, how did you first become associated with Dipset?
oh, story a little simpler. I'm from 140th and Lenox, and I'm from the same building as Cam. So I just met him just as he visiting home, and caught wind of what I do and how I do, and put me on.
So, what led to your eventual signing? I know you were first featured on Diplomatic Immunity 2 on a self titled track.
I never really signed. I just was always affiliated. The ill shit is the fact that I wasn't signed to them. I never knew what my affiliation was. It took one day that I got a call that everybody's about getting on a bus, and it was like, I was like, oh, all right. It's like, where you at? I said, I ain't trapping. Do what I do. And they responded, well, your whole picture is on the bus. That right there let me know, like, oh, it's really real. I had a whole tour bus with my face on it and a whole diplomat. So I knew, like, yo, I stopped what I was doing and that was a wrap since then. You know what I mean?
What was it like getting the chance to build with these guys like Hell Rel, Uncasa, Joel Santana?
It was hell at first. I was like one of the newest dudes, and going on tour, it was like Cam made it so that, like, yo, me, Hell Rel, and I guess JR would like we would spar with each other. That's how we keep our sword sharp when we do the lyrical jousting. You know what I mean? So we would always spar. He would always make it like a civil rivalry kind of thing, but everything in all funniness. And then me and Joel's was like neck and neck on tour games. Like we would terrorize each other at night on tour. Like we was on some shit like that. So that's how it was. But everything was love, man. It was tough love when you mess with us. It wasn't nothing of like everything was like, if you only know us, you be like, damn, they some foul dudes. They taught me a lot.
All right, 40. So let's break it down. You signed with you said you didn't officially sign with Diplomats, but I believe Jim Jones was Diplomat / Koch. They had Joel Santana, Def Jam / Diplomats. You took your first album, Broken Safety, Diplomats / Cleopatra Records. Could you explain that?
Right. With when I first with Diplomats, we had the mixtape. You could say like it was a mixtape game, and it was a lot of money into it. It was the underground way of selling albums and CDs and shit. So some say we revolutionized the mix game because we had it to a point that we selling already sold product to already all across the nation. Like every mom and pop or bootleg or whoever put in an order, they're gonna get 100, 250, whatever CDs coming their way. And that to me was a big thing, because before everybody in Dipset was just selling albums, we was killing them on mixtapes. Everybody knew the mixtapes. It's like just me. I knew the power of the mixtape because before I was even on a mixtape, Cam was on one of the regular Diplomat tapes, and he shouted me out. That shout out got me 10 calls, 10 phone calls, like, yo, Cam shouted you out, yo, this and that. So to actually get on the tape was crazy. So to put my own tape out with Duke the God. He was the dude that that controlled all the mixtapes and stuff like that. It was like, it felt like an album at that time. You don't understand. It was just like, all right, let's get the 40 cal tape out, because it's like a whole promo run. It's like, you knew when you put a mixtape out, it's gonna be on everybody. Every mix CD is gonna be on every major DJ. He's gonna take the songs he like. You know it's gonna be on the radio. You know it's gonna be on TV. It was really a big thing just to be on the mixtape. So when I first got on, I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna put a joint together to put out a regular mixtape. And no lie, they gave me the idea, like, you know, we can sell this in stores now. So Broken Safety was supposed to be my mixtape, and they put it in Cleopatra. We did a deal for that. You know, they gave me some racks. It felt good. That was like my first check. So, you know what I mean? So that's the first one. Broken Safety 1.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. So Broken Safety 2, you actually took over to Koch Records. Could you explain to me maybe if there was any difference between these two independent labels?
Yeah, first, I really took it to Baby Grand first. And shout out to Chuck at Baby Grand. I really loved the way he did business, because he, as a CEO, he actually listened to the whole album front and back in front of me. That's something nobody would never, ever do. They might skim through an album, but he actually listened to it front and back with reactions and everything. To me, it was mind-blowing. The problem with doing business with Baby Graham, because they were actually blowing up. They had a lot of stuff going. They actually put out a gold record right before me. I had on Broken Safety 2, I had all the Diplomat artists on there. And it was an extra fee for any label if you're gonna put out an album with you know, that's Diplomat branded, because it's like, to me, it's like a cheat code. I mean, Cam knew this already. It's like a cheat code. I got all the Dipset on there on this new project, fresh new music. You know, you're gonna have to pay extra. The way it went, I don't think Baby Grand couldn't fund that bill, but Koch can. So that's how it came under Koch. It actually was like a better move anyway, because Koch was already used to dealing with Diplomat music.
So I want to ask you, 40, I want to ask you, did you ever get the chance to meet and build with Dame Dash? And if so, could you remember it for me?
Yo, I met Dame one time. I'm not going to hold you. He probably don't remember. I actually met him more than once. And I know I didn't leave a lasting impression. It just was like, yo, what up? My name 40. Oh, yo, what up? It was that quick, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to build with him and be like, yo, I'm 40 cal, I'm telling you this is what I do. Look at this and that. I'm down with you. I assume he either know, or it's just like, if you don't know, that it shows like, yo, bro, maybe I ain't doing enough. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
So was that actually around the time when Dipset was brought over to Rockefeller?
When Dipset was brought over to Rockefeller, I became down with Dipset like around the time they was kind of leaving Rockefeller. That's kind of when I got down. I didn't get a chance to be in the studio with Jay-Z in Cam there. I think my boy J.R. Ryder had. I ain't make it. I got down with them when they was like, yo, listen, we do our own thing. And you know, that's just what was the vibe at the time.
I wanted to get your response to Cassidy and what he was saying, putting your relationship with Dipset into question.
Oh, that's just Cassidy being Cassidy. This is the same dude that says stuff like he's 5,003 and 0, whatever, something like that. Like he has 5,003 battles and he 0 losses. So I can't, the believability of even saying something like that is like, I don't know. I don't know. We just had a whole conversation about the stuff I did with Dipset.
Facts. Did you ever run into Cassidy while you were with Dipset?
Yeah, Cassidy. I spoke on that. He came to my studio a few times.
Yeah, because I know Cassidy was around Dipset back in those days.
Yeah, we cool. We knew each other. We did business and everything. But in battle rap, it's a very competitive sport, and I play to win. So it's nothing personal. It's just that I play to win, and we was cool, but I don't hate him. Hate him.
No, I feel you, man. So you're in saying that you think that we're gonna see the Cassidy and 40 Cal battle maybe 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, if you don't duck it, if you don't duck this smoke. If not, it's cool. I'm not going to bring fire to somebody that don't want it. So we just gotta make sure he want it and the fans want it, and we're gonna bring it.
But what about the idea of potentially rapping against Cassidy on a beat? I don't think that would be proper for the two of you.
I'm prepared to do it, whatever how he want to do it. Um, I always felt I'm better. I was better than him, and what better way to prove it and for us to battle? You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people that was fans of mixtapes from both of us or of the era where we're from, I'm here for what the fans want. I see a lot of people entertaining that, and whoever the powers that be, you can just make it happen. Right now, we at a point where a lot of stuff is at a standstill in terms of like, especially like a heavyweight battle. Me and him battle is gonna that'd be considered like a heavyweight battle. So, if we gotta to figure out how we do a battle like that would be a question that we can't answer. It would be how soon is the outside gonna open up versus how quick they gonna do online battling and get it to a point where it monetized.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because I think the two of you guys would definitely need a crowd. Could you explain to me how you got the chance to feature Nicki Minaj on Drama Season?
Nah, it's just it's a little simpler, man. She was Nicki Minaj, met her in Queens. She put me in one of her first videos, like a hood video she did. And shout out a dude named Bundy Crumb. He had a studio called Fire and Ice, and basically she recorded the record that I did the video at that studio. And when I used to go to the studio all the time and record, and she came one time and just was kicking it. I don't know why she came. I was like, "Oh shit, what's up? Can you do a hook for me?" She was like, "Yo, sure, whatever." I was like, "I need you to like sing it." She's like, I don't sing." Like, "You don't sing? What you mean you don't sing?" I'm like, "Nobody sings. You gotta like rap sing it." She like, I did the reference. She did it after me, and the rest was history. We just kept stacking her vocals because it was like she did it like really soft. She's like trying to see it, and then we just kept stacking it, and till it was like a full sound, and that's how it came out, yo. And it came out dope. I find it really. When I tell that story, I say like I taught Nicki Minaj to sing, but I didn't really teach her to sing. But I find it ironic that after that she sings all the time. Bro.
So so tell me, was she actually featured on the album? Because I don't see her name actually on the track list.
That was like one of the dumbest things I ever did. On Broken Safety 2, I had a lot of features on there. almost every other track says a feature. I wanted tracks that just didn't have a feature. Now, to be honest, at the time, she wasn't Nicki Minaj. She just was like, the hood rapper that did something for me, that, you know what I'm saying? And I I feel dumb because I realize who it doesn't matter who you are. You put their name, if they on the track, you put their name on a track list. And the fact that I played it like that, to be honest, like, you know what, they probably don't know her like that. I didn't put her name on the track list. But if I'm telling you it is her and that is what it is, I'm like, I got like 80 people that's gonna tell you, like, they already know the truth, especially the dude whose studio we did it under. We just never got her to really admit to it, or never, because we know nobody never really asked her. I don't really even want to even come at her with that type of energy, because I don't want her to think like this is something that haunts me and nothing like that. It's just a story of what happened in my life, whether people believe it or not.
Definitely
But
100%, man. 100%, bro. No, it's good that you can actually get it off your chest at the moment.
no, it's not even nothing like that's on my chest. It's just because you asked, I'm gonna tell you. It's definitely an in-depth story though, but it's definitely cool how you meet people that become that great in your life early on, and people got stories. And I'm quite sure it's other people that got iller stories dealing with Nicki. And shout out to her, man. She really turned out to be something really great. Well,
Definitely. Salute to Nicki. 40, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me tonight, man. If there's anything else you want to leave the people with, maybe some contact, a new project that you got coming, anything you want to leave the people with?
man, stay tuned. You catch me on Twitter there all day, FORTYCAL. That's 40 Cal spelled out. I'm on Instagram. It's 40 Cal. It's 40CAL. And I'm on YouTube, The Real 40 Cal. We're gonna start putting out a lot of content on there. And we're just getting back to whatever. Oh yeah, brokensafety.com. Brokensafety.com. I got a lot of shirts that are my sayings. I got a number one dad cup. You see my battle, you'll love it. You want one. I'm telling you. Yo. But like I said, man, Mikey T, the movie star, man, good looking for having me. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know Report Card Radio, man, get acquainted.